The focus of the project was well drilling, well service, the heavy trucks that industry produces, wind farm development, and the super heavy loads that the turbines and blades put across the highways, as well as saltwater disposal for oil and gas development. Those type of things were the focus of the project and how they affected various aspects of TxDOT assets within our right-of-way. Pavement was, of course, topic A. That was big for the researchers. They focused their efforts out in Abilene, Lubbock, and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and found quite a bit of distress in those areas related to those industries. It can be weight, especially in the wind farm development areas. In the oil patch, just the repetition of loads. You can have legal loads running all day long, but if it's a frac job going on in a gas shale development, the initial frac can produce quite a few repetitions of the load, and likewise the saltwater disposal facilities produce a lot of repetitions of those legal loads. Funding, of course, is a huge issue, and I think that's one of the things that this report will highlight is as energy development continues apace in our state, in Texas, especially in the gas-bearing shale formations that have become so busy in the last 10 years. That as a basis, having some statistical basis for showing the impact of that, and using that as a springboard for additional funding justification. That's one of the main components. I think another key component of that is the geodatabase that was produced. Using that as both a communications tool for TxDOT was a recommendation, and as kind of a predictor of future activity. And I'll elaborate on that just a little bit. As a communications tool, that geodatabase that was produced is a very visual, very graphical way to depict well permits and well development in any given focus area. As they produce a graphical display of well permits and well completions in an area from year to year to year, you can actually see waves of wells progressing across a screen. If you then show your audience the pavement distress and how that has progressed through the years, it paints a very vivid picture of what energy developments in our state are doing to the transportation infrastructure. As a predictor tool, for those of us in TxDOT, especially if you're in a maintenance section and you hear horror stories from your colleagues 2 or 3 counties over, if you're watching this geodatabase and watching the animation from year to year, you can see this wave coming at you, or if you're unlucky, moving away from you, and you're in the wake of the distress that it leaves behind. But as a communications tool and a predictor of future needs, it was probably the centerpiece and the highlight of the whole project. And if it's not in your area yet, it could be soon. If you look at the formations, they cover all 4 corners of the state. If you're in Texas, the chances are this is going to be an important piece of research to you someday. And getting familiar with the tools and the recommendations, I think, are certainly beneficial to anybody.